Natsume, the folks behind Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Harvest Moon, Lufia 2, and Spanky's Quest, also made a fishing game for the Super Nintendo. That's right, in 1994, they let you enter fishing tournaments to prove that you are the Bassmaster Fisherman. The king, Mark Davis himself, gives you the rules for the tournament, but that's about it. I'm not sure how else he's involved, so if you bought this game just for his name, I'm kinda sorry about that. This is the most you get. But before you reel in that trophy bass, you gotta gear up. First stop, the tackle shop. And let me just say this shop's pixel art kinda caught me off guard. I done felt like I walked into a high-dollar RPG for a minute. So you can buy lures, accessories, and even a better boat, and it is crazy what boats cost back then. But hey, anything's better than what you start out with. Hopefully we can win a few tournaments and we can get some upgrades. I like the big bass mounted right in front of your face when you walk in the shop. It basically saying, buy our stuff, you can catch one of these. Marketing geniuses. Then right before the tournament starts, it's gonna ask you one more time, are you sure you don't want to spend any more money? I mean, dang, does this lady work off commission or what? And once you're ready, you're brought to a map with different regions. Open waters, rivers, narrow streams, but be careful how far you travel from the weigh-in station. You got from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. to fish, and if you're not back by 3, you're disqualified. So travel time matters, and you'll see it in the top right of your screen right here. You pick your fishing zone, then narrow it down even more by selecting a specific spot within that area. You even get a little preview of what the scenery is going to be like, which is really nice. Now this tournament's in springtime, so I'm going to try my luck between some trees right here. And thank you, Natsume, for not making me manually drive the boat. You just pick a spot and start fishing, because let's be honest, being on the water, really fun. Getting to your spot, not so much fun. Someone on the dev team at Natsume clearly fishes, and I respect that. Once you're in your spot, you're going to use that trolling motor to move left or right, and then press X to open up that menu, or as I like to call it, your tackle box. Because ain't no use casting without some bait. You're going to pick your lure here. I like the spinner bait in real life, but I'm starting out with a crankbait near those limbs right there in the water, and ain't no way they're resisting that. And when you're lined up, bait on the line, it's time to cast. You've got 3 styles: pitch for close range, side cast for mid range, and overcast, aka full send yeet across the river. Once your lure hits the water, the screen splits. Top shows the surface and bottom shows underwater. And I love this idea because in real life, you can't see what's under the water. So you work your lure, add a little finesse, make it dance a little bit. And if you do it right, a little bass emblem's gonna pop up. And that's your cue. Smash A to set the hook, but do it right then. It's like real fishing. You can't zone out. You gotta be locked in. I was sitting inches away from my screen, thumb shaking, just waiting for that emblem to pop up. And if you time it right and hook one, you'll hear Mark say one of 3 things. It's a dink, which means it's a small fish, it's a good one, a decent fish, or it's a big one, and you've got a river monster. Then you slowly reel it in by pressing down on the D-pad. Get it in the boat, and you'll see this weigh-in screen to check your fish's stat line. And if it's one of your top 5, it's going to be turned in for the tournament. Now, the numbers are important for your official score, but we all know we're going to lie about them later when we get back. Yeah, it was at least a 7-pounder. I mean, a 15-minute fight just to bring it in. No, I ain't kidding. Then you can decide stay in the same spot or move on. And I'm a work smarter, save gas kind of guy, so if I find them bedded up, I'm not going anywhere. Let the fish come to me. To reel in your bait quickly, hold X. Maybe you're moving to a better spot, or maybe you're mad and you're rage quitting your location. Hey, either one's valid. And fishing is a grind. But when you find them, buddy, that's when it gets good. Natsume nailed that feeling of setting the hook and the thrill of possibly snagging a big one. It's so realistic you can feel it. And it's even realistic in the heartbreak. Like, I was already picturing the photo, the caption, the story of this fish, and then it jumps out of my hand right by the boat last second. Look, I don't play games to suffer, Natsume. I play for fun and comfort. But anyways, tournaments run from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., which is about 35 to 40 minutes in real time. Oh, and let me save you some heartache. If you hear this sound, that's not your system dying. That's not wildlife and fisheries. That's your cue to get back to weigh in. The first time I heard it, I was playing on my Superboy, and I thought it was dying. Well, that led me to ignoring this little warning, and I got disqualified for being late. So beware, if you're fishing far out, budget that return trip. Now, I get wanting to fish far away from people, I really do. But a long ride out means a long ride back. And you don't want half your time to be spent out there on the boat. All right, so I'm wrapping up this tournament. All right, let's see what we weigh in here. Hey, not at the top, but I made that top 10, just barely getting by. That's what we want, mediocre results just to make it in. And you get some prize money based on your place, and I got just over $100 of my tournament fee, so that should tell you something. But after that, you'll move on to the next day of the tournament, and the further you go, the tougher it gets, but the better prize money you get. Now, if it were me, I would have added a little sound effect when the fish bite, just something subtle. I know, it's more realistic without it, but come on, a good surprise deserves a little ding or a little chime. It would have made it feel dang near perfect when I hook a bass. And while we're at it, some 16-bit 90s country music in the background. I mean, can you imagine a little Alan Jackson going on low volume while you're out there casting? I mean, that would have just hit different. And there are a few spelling errors in this game too, like conditions being misspelled, but honestly, it adds a little character to this game. Fishermen are meant to fish, not spell. Hey, Natsume got a lot right. You can't see fish from the top of the water. You have to experiment, find them, and earn your catch. And it's not just cast and get a big one. It's a process, which essentially hooks the player, aka me. And when you finally land a big bass, it feels earned, like one more cast and I can get a bigger one. And that's what makes fishing addicting. And this game gets that. Now, I've been ripping lips all week and grinding tournaments, and I gotta say, it's hard to put down. Natsume was cooking with this one, and I'm not sure why it doesn't get talked about more. Now, I haven't played every Super Nintendo fishing game, but I can already tell this one's gonna stand out. And hey, there's also a free play mode if you just wanna relax. Choose your season, time of day, and even weather conditions. And I love the little seasonal emojis that Natsume's got going on. Makes it feel like they're ahead of their time. So maybe you don't have time to load up your boat after work, but you do have time to power on your Super Nintendo and pop in the Fishing Master. And since we're always price conscious as mediocre gamers, this one's cheap, like $15 on eBay. So don't let this one get away like that bass earlier. Go and snag a copy. So, would a mediocre gamer like Mark Davis, the Fishing Master? The answer is yes.